Okay, so we've got a bit of a busy day today. Okay, so we are off to Cardiff today from Pembroke, where we live, which I believe by now most of you should know unless you're new here. If you are new here, my name is Jodie, and I am on an IVF journey with my husband. Recently we've had a lot of up and downs with it, so as I've said in the past, any appointments and things like that, we will take you with us. So yeah, so basically this is just a quick check-in before we go and do the journey. I've got a lot to do in the house first. So basically what's happening today is Rob is having to go for some more tests. I'm not going to go into those tests with yourselves. They are all to do with him, and they are private to him, so I'm going to let him have these ones. However, due to the coronavirus, basically it has made it impossible for me to be able to go into the hospital to support him. So I am going to be going to Cardiff with him. I am going to support him and drive him up and back. I don't think it's fair for him to go on his own, especially as it's around 2.5 hours from us, and as the weather is looking a little bit like it's going to rain. I want us to be able to leave for plenty of time. We have to take the little taco, right mate? We have to take this little munchkin. Say hello, say hi, hi everyone. So we're going to take that little munchkin over to his mum's house. His mum and dad, Nanny and Grampy, are going to look after him and give him a fun-filled day so he's not stuck in the house on his own. They've got a massive 3/4 of an acre of a garden, so he has lots of fun running around there and absolutely just loves going to Nanny and Grampy's, because he is spoiled rotten. Being the fur baby of the family and the only one, he is like the fur grandchild. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. Once we get to Cardiff, I'm going to be sat in the car, so I may vlog a little bit then. I don't know what I'm going to be vlogging, but you know, we never know, you might see something. But I'm going to sort the house out. I've sorted my face out, which I took you through this morning with my Herbalife products. So the camera battery is about to die, so let's go and get that on charge, ready for later on. See you in a bit, guys. Bye! Hi guys, so as you can see, I'm sat in Rob's car. I spoke to you all earlier. I said that we were coming up to Cardiff today, so we have arrived. The journey was about 2 hours. Rob asked me to drive though, so I couldn't vlog any of it, so I am sorry. But as it's his appointment, as I say, I didn't really want him to be a bit stressed out before we got here, so it just made more sense for me to do it. So throughout all of my YouTube experience, I've always said that this YouTube is going to be for day-to-day living, but it's also going to be for... Ah, Rob's back. That was a quick appointment. Let's go. Well, I was about to vlog, but obviously we're not. Hi, Rob. Okay, guys, I'll fill you all in later. There's no point now. Bye. Hey, everyone. So, yeah. Earlier on we went to the hospital. We got up to Cardiff and we were there at 2:10. The appointment was at 2:30, but Rob went in early. Because of the COVID restrictions at the moment, it meant that I wasn't actually able to go in with him, so it wasn't a problem. It just meant that I got to sit in the car, but the appointment was only actually a 10-minute appointment for a 2.5 hour drive, so cracking. But yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad drive. It was just a bit of fun. I am currently sat on my stairs. I don't know why I decided that I was going to vlog here, but I just thought that we would. And I got a little friend. He's my little dog parrot today. He's been at Nana's all day, so he's very snuggly and cuddly right now, which is great for me because I love a cuddle with him. He's my little man. So yeah, I just thought I'd come and catch you all up really. But so basically now, with everything to do with IVF, Rob's had his results back already. basically he had to go and have a semen analysis, which obviously isn't the nicest of tests to have done, but that's what he had to have. So we have had the results emailed to us. There's been a bit of an ongoing saga with all of this recently. So basically what happened was our doctor, our gynecologist, lost all of our test results, so everything. So we've been to Cardiff and Swansea for 3, maybe 4 different tests for Rob now, and every single time they've lost the results bar the 2018 results. So they now decided that they were going to try and use those, but they weren't happy with those because they were older than 6 months. So that was the reason why we've had to go back up to Cardiff today. So the referral has gone ahead, but it's gone ahead over 5 months late. They said that it was going to get put in February, but it wasn't. So luckily I don't know, I just had a bit of a feeling last week that I needed to give him a ring. So I thought, oh sod it, I'll just give him a ring, see what they say. And thankfully I did, because we could have been sat like lemmings up until Christmas not knowing what was going on, and not knowing that there was actually any issue. So I gave them a ring, I chased everything up, and they said, look, you know, the referral hasn't actually gone in, we can't find your file, this, that and the other. So last week I did spiral a little bit, especially since I haven't been vlogging for a while, as you will all be aware. And that is due to the fact that we lost my granddad a few weeks ago. It wasn't to COVID, it was to a heart attack that nobody knew he had over a weekend. And when they took him into hospital on the Tuesday, we had a phone call to say that he wasn't going to make the night. That was at 5 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock he had actually passed away. So I have found that very difficult, very, very difficult. I've struggled with food. I have been better, I have been eating, and I have stayed on top of it for the sake of my health and for Rob. But just little things. Mentally I've struggled. So yeah, it's not really been an easy ride. My granddad was my absolute world, so for me to lose him was very difficult. Come here then, pup. Come here, come to me. No, don't play with the camera. So, oh, I'm just ahead. I'm ahead with lots of fur. So yeah, it was extremely, come down, come here, come to mummy. Oh, sorry. So yeah, it was extremely difficult. And I have very much struggled with that he has gone. So yesterday we had the funeral, that was in Cardiff as well. So we had to go to Cardiff yesterday. Okay, Tic Tac, just, oh, he's currently chasing his tail, guys. This is just immense, this is crazy. So we had to go to Cardiff. No. Sorry, my camera is being attacked by a very mischievous puppy right now. It's very funny. So yeah, we had to go up to Cardiff then yesterday for the funeral. It wasn't a typical funeral. Obviously with COVID restrictions, it meant that only 10 from the family could go, and it was very difficult sort of determining who could, who couldn't, which grandkids, which ones not to. And yeah, it was very difficult. And as it turned out, my brother and I, we were the only 2 grandkids to go, which was very difficult because I felt guilty for going because of the fact that my other cousins couldn't go, but then at the same time I felt very privileged to have been allowed. So during the funeral, my uncle was meant to be doing a reading, however that wasn't able to come to pass. So the poem that was prepared and written by one of my granddad's very old friends, I actually got to read, which was lovely. It was really difficult, but it was really, really lovely being a part of the service and being able to just enjoy everything there. so yeah, with all of that going on, I've not really wanted to vlog too much. And then because we had an IVF day today, I said that I was always going to try and bring you guys along, but because it was an appointment for Rob, I didn't want him to have to drive all the way up to Cardiff, go to the appointment, have the tests done, and then have to drive all the way back. So it meant that I had to drive, which meant we couldn't vlog any of it because Rob just won't vlog it. It's my little thing, not his, so it's fair enough. And I'm still trying to warm him up to the camera, which is fine too. But yeah, so I just thought I'd come on and let you guys know what's going on. I am also super excited. I'm not even gonna lie about how excited I am. I am gonna take you though to my bedroom, which is a little bit messy, so that's my project for this week when I'm off. But basically, I have a new toy, and it's a really cool new toy. Let me turn the light on. So, I have had something bought for me today, which I have wanted for so long, like literally so long. So, I hate having to edit all of my vlogs while Rob sat behind me in the computer room. I hate that I have a computer cupboard, and I hate that when I do any vlogs or anything at all, I can't just edit on the go. And I really just sort of wanted something to be a little bit more free. So over the last few months I've been looking into laptops. I've sort of had an idea of what I've wanted. I've sort of known what it was, but of course money had to come into it, budget had to come into it, and a few different little bits and bobs. So when we were on our way home from the funeral yesterday, we decided to stop in at Carmarthen. It was on our way, we needed to stretch our legs. I was just all over the place with my emotions. I just needed to sort of get a grip and have a 5-minute walk around. So as we had already had the allowance to travel further than the 5-mile rules in Wales, we decided, like I say, we'd stop in. So we stopped in at Curry's, and I was just chattering to a couple of the gentlemen there, trying to find out what their sort of advice was. I'm not tech savvy. I'm good with Apple and I'm good with Windows, and that's purely because they're what I use. That's it really. So I was a bit sort of like, oh, what do I get? What don't I get? Can I use this on that? Can I use that on this? What can I do? So after all the advice was given, I thought, right, I better sleep on it really. I don't want to just go jumping in and say, yes, this is what we're going to get, this is what I'm going to have, and that's final, and all the rest of it, and here's the money. Because obviously between Apple and Windows, between Apple and Windows there is a massive price difference. So I had to really give it a bit of thought over what it was that I wanted. But I'm an RN, so when we went to Cardiff today, while I was driving up, Rob was just sort of looking at a few different bits, playing around with a few different ideas, and on the way home we stopped in again at Carmarthen. Again, just wanted to stretch my legs. I have done over 8 hours of driving in 2 days. I am exhausted, and when I got to Carmarthen I needed to swap with Rob and let him take over. I just had enough at that point, especially as when we got to Cardiff I didn't get out of the car at all, other than to get a parking ticket. I didn't actually get out of the car. He went into the appointment and I sat in the car, and then as soon as he got back in the car I drove us home. So I literally drove for nigh on 4 hours straight. So I did just want him to take over and just have a bit of that driving. So I thought, oh, let's stop in at Curry's and see if they have a laptop. So I am now the very proud owner of an Apple MacBook Pro. I am so excited. So my plan for tonight is remove everything off of my old computer I want to back it all up onto my external hard drive. I'm very lucky we have a terabyte sized external hard drive, so I'm going to do that later. And then what I'm going to do is update one of the vlogs that I had previously sort of done, ready to upload onto YouTube. I don't know what happened to it. For some reason it wouldn't allow, I think I left something or tried to make the video from the SD card, and because I hadn't actually uploaded the clips onto the computer, it corrupted them. So I need to delete those few clips out and take them off the SD card onto the computer and do all of that. But now I can do it on my laptop, so I can sit and watch TV while I'm doing it instead of sitting in a boring little cupboard while I'm editing. So I am super excited. And as I'm already sat in bed, I think it would be rude not to carry on editing while I'm in bed, to be fair. So yeah, today has been a bit of a mishmash. This is only going to be a short vlog. I don't want it to be super long anyway. But yeah, the next time we go and do something exciting with IVF and what have you, then I shall let you know. I'm going to give them a ring on Monday now and try and catch up with them and just make sure that the referral has gone through and that they've had Rob's results back, and that I've got to have a blood test done on the 11th of July. So that's for my 21-day, the 21st day of my cycle blood test. So that's got to be done then. I don't know the importance of that. I don't have a clue. I can't read her handwriting on the little slip of paper thingy, so it's a mystery. All I know is that I'm going to have some vampires taking blood from me again, and I hate it. But yeah, so anyway, like I say, this is just a short vlog today, just to let you know what has been going on. I am really, really sorry that I couldn't take you guys with me. Not that you would have seen a lot. I did try to sort of vlog in the car while I was sat there waiting for him, but as soon as I could get the perfect angle on the camera, he was done in the appointment anyway, so there was no point really. So yeah, anyway guys, have a nice evening, day, whatever it is, time of day it is for you guys, and I will speak to you all soon. And hopefully now I am all sorted, there will be more vlogs coming to you shortly. So yeah, thanks guys, have a nice evening, bye.